Here we are again, back at the 1974 National League Championship Series. This is Game 3. In Game 1, Pittsburgh won 10-4, the 6-run 8th inning. In Game 2, Andy Messersmith tossed a 3-0 shutout, a 6-hitter, to even the series. The series shifts to Los Angeles now for the rest of the series, whether it goes 4 games or 5. The final 2 or 3 games will be at Chavez Ravine in Los Angeles. The Pirates will send Bruce Kieson to the mound, and the Dodgers will send left-hander Doug Rowell. The Pirates will line up with Stennett, Sanguin, Oliver, Stargell, Zisk. Bob Robertson gets a start against the left-hander. Richie Hebner drops from 2nd to 7th in the lineup, and Mario Mendoza of Mendoza line fame gets the start at shortstop in place of Frank Taveras. LA will have also a slightly different lineup, going against a right-hander instead of a left-hander. It'll be Lopes, Buckner, Wynn, Garvey. Crawford is in right field this game starting. Ron Say, who homered in Game 2, is at third base. Joe Ferguson is behind the plate, replacing Steve Yeager. Bill Russell at short, and Doug Rowell on the hill. So the winner of this game will have a decided advantage in the series, as this is a best of 5, 1 game apiece. The winner of this game will be up 2 games to 1, just 1 win away from the National League Championship. Here we go. Stennett will lead it off. Stennett's just 1 for 9 in the series so far. And the pitch from Rowell is 24-13, a strikeout. So good start for Doug Rowell. Bring up Manny Sanguin, who's hitting .375 in the series so far with a double and an RBI. 64-38, that's a fly out to left, 2 away. And Al Oliver. Oliver had a 3-run triple in Game 1, and that is the only thing he's done all series. 1 for 9 in the series with 3 strikeouts. He's a much better hitter than that. I expect him to get it going here soon. And 23-12, that's a grounder to first base, unassisted. So 3 up, 3 down inning for Doug Rowell and the Dodgers. So good start for them. Davey Lopes will lead it off, 4 for 9 in the series. He had 3 hits in Game 2. He leads it off against Kieson, and there's a single to left, and he steals second. So fantastic start for the Dodgers here. Single and stolen base. That's Lopes' second steal of the series. That'll bring up Buckner. Buckner's 1 for 8 in the series with a couple of walks. See if he can move the runner over. But he walks, 65-35, and a W1 there against the left-hander. So that's a walk. First and second with nobody out. The Dodgers are in business here in the bottom of the first. Jimmy Wynn will be up. He's hitting .250 in the series with a walk. Hit 38 homers in real life, 62-14. And the Dodgers have the bases loaded, nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Kieson's in a heap of trouble right from the get-go here. Steve Garvey will be next. He's been the best hitter for the Dodgers so far. He's 5 for 9 with 4 RBIs in the series. Here's the pitch, another walk, and that walks in a run. And it is 1-0 now with Willie Crawford coming up, and Kieson may not be long for this game. Here is Willie Crawford. And another walk. And the base is loaded. He's walked in 2. He has not retired a batter. And I should have this pulled up already, the actual game. Kieson started and pitched a shutout. How about that? Ramon Hernandez relieved him. But anyway, I'm going to lift Kieson. He's not getting things done here at all. Brett's kind of tired. John Moreland, long reliever. John Moreland. Pirates in big trouble already in this game. Moreland, 35-53. Here's Ron Say. Single 2-run single, and the runner moves to second, and LA has a 4-0 lead, and there's still nobody out. Joe Ferguson, 23 is a 12. That is a walk with Moreland's wildness, and he may not be long for the game. Bill Russell's up, 8th batter in the inning, and Russell pops out for the first out. And here is Doug Rowell. He strikes out. Maybe they can get out of it with just 4 runs scoring. Lopes back up. He singled and stole to start it, and he flies out. So good job for Moreland getting out of it without further damage, but 4 big runs for the Dodgers in the bottom of the first. Here's Stargell. 62-14 is a walk. And Richie Zisk will be up next, and the 51's an 8. The 36 is not able to stop by Rao. So first and second. So we had a walk and a single. And Pittsburgh trying to make a comeback here. Here's Robertson with home run power. 64-41. Fielder's choice, runner out at third. So it's a force out basically. Force out. Where's the force play? There it is. Okay, Hebner up now. 1 out, 2 on. And he strikes out. And Mario Mendoza. The Pirates need a hit here. And a comebacker to the mound. That'll end it. So Pittsburgh unable to get anything else going. 4-0 going to the bottom of the second. Bill Buckner will lead it off. Buckner singles to right. Leading off. Here's Jimmy Wynn. Another single. So here come the Dodgers right back. 4 hits now in the game for LA. Here's Garvey. Steve Garvey flies out to right. The G runner will advance. Buckner is a G, so he trots into third. 1 down. Runners at the corners for Willie Crawford. Crawford walks, and the bases are full. 1 out for Ron Say. A 3-run double, and just like that, it's 7-0. And the Dodger juggernaut has showed up here in Game 3. Larry Demery will come on. He's a long reliever. Get some starts. So LA making quick work of the Dodger pitchers here. Joe Ferguson, man at second. There's another single. G scores, but Say will have to stop at third. He's not a good runner. And here's Billy Russell. And another single. My goodness, this is insane. 8-0 here in the bottom of the second. Doug Rowell will be up. Might as well bunt him. And he walks. Good night. 35 is a 13. Oh, sacrifice, yeah. He walks on the sacrifice, my bad. I forgot it wasn't a regular roll. Bases loaded, 1 out for Lopes. And another bases clearing double, a 66-6. And this game is all but over here in the bottom of the second. 11-0 LA. What a onslaught. And Buckner lines out, but a G runner at second holds safely. Lopes is a G runner, so it's just a line out for 2 down. And Jimmy Wynn will be up. Strikeout. So Wynn strikes out to end the inning, but we'll go to the third. 11-0 LA. What an amazing onslaught here. Demery's going to lead it off. Struck him out. Stennett also strikes out. 24-13. Sanguillen, 3 strikeouts in a row for Rao. And he struck out the side, bottom of the third. Dodgers back up. Garvey, who has walked and flown out. He grounds out. 23-12. Willie Crawford, 26-13. He strikes out. So a ground out and a strikeout. I'll bring up Say, who's 2 for 2 with 5 RBIs in the game, a 2-run single, and a 3-run double. And he pops out to end it. So 3 up, 3 down for LA in the third. We'll go to the fourth. Al Oliver, see if he can get something going. Nope, fly out to center. Stargell singles to left. So fly out in a single, and that'll bring up Richie Zisk, who's 1 for 1. P batter's a double play, he's not, so it's a fielder's choice. Runner forced at second. So fielder's choice. And Bob Robertson will be up. Robertson's got good power. He singles to right, runner to third. Zisk is not a piece, so he does make it to third. So Pittsburgh, once again, has runners on the corners. Here's Richie Hebner. See if Pirates can get on the board, but they can't. That's a fly to left to end it. Bottom of the fourth, 11-0 LA. Ferguson will lead it off against Demery. That's a ground out. Russell, 24-13 strikeout, so ground out and a strikeout. And Doug Rao will be up. Rao's got a 3-hit shutout going so far, and he pops out. So 3 up, 3 down for 2 straight innings. Pirate hurlers seem to be settling down now. Mendoza will lead it off. 36-13, another strikeout. And pinch hitter for Demery will be, who shall it be? Left-hander, we need a right-handed. Bavacqua, Gene Kleins, how about? Gene Kleins, right-handed hitter, plays the outfield some, good speed. And 14's a 30, that's a fly to left. And Rennie Stennett, 2 strikeouts and a fly out now. 3 up, 3 down. Halfway through game 3 already. LA's breezing to a game 3 win here. They're up 11-0. Doc Ellis got hurt earlier in the year. He's unavailable. Glass is at the end of the line. He was horrible. Nobody else. Ken Brett. Brett will pitch a couple innings here. He pitched some in game 2. Ken Brett, brother of George Brett. Ken Brett, a good hitting pitcher. George Brett, obviously much better hitter than Ken, but Ken pretty good hitter too, especially for a pitcher. Here's Lopes leading off, single, fly out, and a double and 3 RBIs. And he singles now. He's 3 for 4. Lopes having quite a series. That is his 7th hit of the series. And he's on for Buckner. And Buckner, 35's a 30, fly out to left. And Jimmy Wynn will be up. There it is, 66-1, and that ball is out of here to left field, and that makes it 13 zip. A 2-run homer for Wynn, who hit 37 in the regular season, and LA is annihilating the Pirates here. Steve Garvey flies out for the second out, and Willie Crawford whiffs. So fly out for Garvey, a strikeout for Crawford. Top of the 6th, 13-0. LA will take a 2-1 lead here in the series. I don't think Pittsburgh has any comeback left in them, any comeback in them at all. They haven't scored a run since game 1, as a matter of fact. Ground out to short for Sanguin. And Al Oliver, 1 for 11 in the series. Make it 1 for 12, 52-27, the grounder to third. Willie Stargell quietly having a good series. 3 for 7, he's 3 for 8 now as he grounds to third. Rao breezing along with a shutout himself. 13 zip LA. Say will lead off against Brett. And a single. 31's a 9. 25 is just beyond the 22. So Say singles. And Joe Ferguson. Fly out to right. Billy Russell. 2 balls. And a ground out to second. 61-39, grounder to second. Grounder to first, runner to second is what I meant to say. It's kind of late here. Doug Rao will be up. And Rao grounds out to end it. We're going to the top of the 7th. Richie Zisk will lead off. 13 zip LA. Single for Zisk. 15's an 8. He gets it through the hole. Bob Robertson. And a walk. So a single and a walk to start the 7th. Let's see if Pittsburgh can get some runs on the board. They had scored since the 8th inning of Game 1, where they scored 6 times. Another walk. So bases loaded, nobody out here in the 7th for Mendoza. There's a 2-run single, and the runner on first moves to second. So Rao probably running out of gas here. Matter of fact, his stamina was 25. He's just over it now, so we need to drop him. It's not listed there, but I looked it up before the game. So he's dropped. Ken Brett will be hit for by maybe Art Howe. So Pittsburgh has something going here. They finally scored for the first time since Game 1. It's 13-2. 2 on, nobody out. 46-13, a strikeout. Rao gets the out. And Stennett will be the batter. And a double play. 4-6-3 double play, ends the inning. But Pittsburgh does get 2. And we move to the bottom of the 7th. Trivia time. What was the nickname of the White Sox team that hit only .230 in 1906? Well, that would be the Hitless Wonders, wouldn't it? They upset the mighty Cubs in the 1906 World Series. The Cubs had won 116 games during the regular season, but lost the series to the crosstown rivals, the Hitless Wonders. And there it is. Okay, back to the game. Bottom of the 7th. Pittsburgh needs a relief pitcher. Ramon Hernandez. He pitched in Game 1. A little more than an inning. Ramon Hernandez. 15 against righties and 36 against lefties. Tough on lefties. Here's Lopes, who is 3 for 4 in the game, hitting .538 in the series. 54-32 is a fly to right. Billy Buck. 24 is a 32, also fly to right. So 2 flyouts, and Jimmy Wynn, who homered last time, 61-30, fly to center this time, ends it. So 3 flyouts, and we'll go to the bottom, top of the 8th. 13-2. Rao is tired. We need to drop him a little more. And Sanguine will lead off with a double, 66-6. And that should be enough for Doug Rao. Let's get him out of there. We'll bring, well, we started lefty. Let's put Huff in, and then maybe Marshall for the 9th. Charlie Huff. Pitched a little bit in Game 1, I believe. No, he didn't. He did not. He's not pitched in the series. All right, Oliver, 083. Really needs to get something going here. And there it is. Single, 15-10, a 31. Well, that's not in play in this single. It's on a 10, I guess. So that is a RBI single for Oliver. 13-3 now. Here's Stargell. And he walks. Pittsburgh making some noise here in the late innings. But they're still 10 runs behind. Richie Zisk, fly out. Runners hold. He's a G on second. He moves to third. Oliver is a man on second. And he is a G, so he'll move to third on the fly out. And runners at the corners for Bob Robertson, who's in there against the lefty, but we'll leave him in here, see if he can pop one. Well, he singles to right, though. One scores, other to second, so now it's 13-4. 2 more runs for Pittsburgh here. Richie Hebner up. You know what? I forgot to change him. My bad. Holy cow. Oh, well. At least the game's out of hand, or I might have had to redo some things. Double play grounder, that'll end it. Made a mistake there. I don't usually do that. I'm usually very careful about that. 13-4. It's not going to matter in this game, though. Steve Garvey will lead off against Ramon Hernandez. Garv is 0 for 3 in the game. Make it 1 for 4. It's a single. Willie Crawford will be next. 45-14. Here come the Dodgers again. First and second, nobody out. Ron Say, the big man of the game, with 3 out of 4 and 5 RBIs. A home run here would give him 8 RBIs, but he doesn't. He pops out. 1 away for Joe Ferguson. Ferguson's 4 for 10, but has not driven in a run in the series. There's a walk. Bases loaded for Russell. How about Dave Justy? Right-hander against right-hander. Hernandez not doing too well. Bring Justy in. 16-26. I'm not keeping up with the score over here because I have it up here. Bases loaded, 1 out. Russell, slow bouncer in front of the plate. 1 scores, others advance 1 base. They get the runner at first. So it's a ground out. Everybody moves up a base. 14-4. And pinch hit for Huff. How about Lacey or McMullen? Manny, the ageless wonder, Manny Mota. Mota hit over 300 in the replay. Second and third, 2 down, Manny Mota. 23-12, that's a strikeout in this situation. So that'll end it. We'll go to the 9th, final inning. 14-4. Mike Marshall, the Iron Man, will come on. Marshall got knocked around in game 1, taking the loss. 15-41. Mario Mendoza will lead off. And 52-27 is a grounder. 1 down. Pinch hit for Justy, Dave Parker. Parker at the pinch hit 2-run homer in game 1. Got the start in game 2, and I think he went 1 for 4. And it singles here. 44 is an 8. The 46 is beyond. Marshall's 41 against the left-hander. So single for Parker. He is 3 for 6 in the series now. Here's Stinnett. 0 for 4, hitting .077 in the series. And there's a double. Parker will score. He's a G runner, so an RBI double for Stinnett gives Pittsburgh 5 runs. Maybe this will get them going for game 4. Just a little bit of late offense here. 14-5. Manny Sanguin will be next. Dodgers need 2 more outs. 2 balls. There's a grounder to third. Runner to third. So 2 away now. And Al Oliver, who's hitting 154 now. He got a hit his last time up. And he hits 1 out this time. 11's a 6. Runner on third. That is a home run. My buddy Leon hates the 66-6 home run with a runner at third. But that's the way the game plays. 14-7 now. So Pittsburgh's made it respectable. I'll say that. They're still going to lose, though. All right, we got the bases empty. 2 outs for Stargell. Wilver, Dornell, Stargell, 375. 61-40. It's a fly to left. And we have our final out of game 3. 14-7 final. LA takes a 2-1 series lead. Here is the box score. Say the big man, 3 for 5. 2-run single in the first. 3-run double in the second. 7-run 7th. Lopes also had a 3-run double in the 7th. So just a monster start for the Dodgers. 11 runs in the first 2 innings. And it was all over right away. Keeson was horrible. He did not get an out. 1 hit is all he allowed. 4 walks and 4 earned runs. Moreland came in and threw gas on the fire. Demery didn't do any much better. Again, Brett didn't do any good. Hernandez didn't do that well. Justy, 2/3 of the innings, the only one that did anything at all. Rao gets the win on a decent effort. Kind of ran out of gas in the late innings and had to be relieved. Marshall still not very good. Mike Marshall's 27 ERA in the series now is not going to inspire any hopes of putting him in a clutch situation in Game 4. So we'll see what happens though. LA is one win away from the World Series here in the 1974 replay. We'll see you next time for Game 4 and see if LA can finish off the Pirates. It'll be a repeat of Game 1. Starters, Jerry Royce for the Pirates and Don Sutton, 22-game winner for the Dodgers, trying to seal the deal. In real life, the Dodgers 1-4. They might do it here in the replay too. Have a good night, everyone.